Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Hope you're having a great old day. Let me double check that things are working, and then we will begin. A happy surprise bonus stream? All right. That is Viking. That is connected. And yeah, I think everything is good to go. So let us go ahead and just move on over. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Adrian, hello. Sassy, hello. Embers, hello. Welcome in. Today, we are going to do, it's going to be a very quick stream. Very, very quick stream. So quick, so fast. So we're not gonna be doing, we're not gonna be spending time in just chats, but we will be hopping into our game for today, which is Whispers in the West, which is a co-op murder mystery game. Now, here's the deal, is that I don't have friends, so I'm playing it not co-op, so, your mileage will vary a little bit with this game. It'll be a little bit different, but you can play solo. So we're showcasing the solo option. That's what we're doing. That's the, surely that's the goal. But if you, I think you can play it with up to 4 people. And the way the game works, from what I can tell, so we have we have a command. If you check out the, wait, that surely should have worked. Hold on, did I misspell whispers in the, no, that's right. Exclamation point whispers, maybe, hold on, if I do this, right, yeah. Save. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Exclamation point. Whispers. That's so weird. Yeah, that's all connected. Hold on. It's reconnecting. Let's try it again. Exclamation point. Whispers. No. Oh, you know what? It's because yeah. Guess what? I had it set to off. Here we go. Now for the 4th time, it'll work. There we go. If you check out the Steam page, the game, you can buy it in like chunks. So like, the devs only gave me access to the first, the tutorial, and then the first mystery, which is called The Break-In. There's also a co-op demo or like tutorial, but we won't be doing that. So we'll just do the tutorial and then the break-in, but then you can buy the different mysteries in like little packs. But yeah, so we're gonna be, that's what we're doing today. The game looks great. It does apparently have some Twitch integration, and so it may prompt you with some stuff that you can participate with if you would like. No pressure. But yeah, that is the deal for today. So we're actually just gonna roll on in. And so it's like a Western murder mystery co-op experience. It says Whispers in the West is a point-and-click murder mystery game that supports online co-op for 1 to 4 players. Each story is an hour-long intriguing mystery waiting to be solved. You can either work solo or team up with your friends to solve the cases. Things may get heated. But my day is good. How's yours? But all right, we're going to start with the tutorial. It says, the mayor has called you to his office for a matter of great importance. Start your career as an investigator here and learn how to solve mysteries. This is just the beginning. And so I'm sure it's going to teach us how this works. But I think it's mostly a point and click. So there's 4 characters. The sheriff, the outlaw, cowboy, and the deputy. Sheriff, personal knowledge. You know just about everyone in town, and you knew their parents as well. The Lone Star of my personal item would be the Lone Star of the Sheriff. Inspires fear or respect, and in doing so passes judgment. The Outlaw. You have a soft spot for the rougher side of life, and for the rougher people it produces. You can get anyone talking except for the for good, upstanding citizens. Who needs a warrant when you have a lockpick? Unconventional, but effective. The Cowboy. They tell stories about you in just about every town. You're a man marked by destiny. The West whispers to you. Okay. So you're like a legend, I guess. Oh, that's so good to hear. That's awesome. I'm glad. Let's see. Jack knows that force is the weapon of the weak and has sworn to never fire his gun. He still makes good use of it. A man like Jack makes good use of everything. And then a deputy. You're trained a physician and pathologist. Watson. Interesting. You can make a witness out of a corpse. Goodness. The very pinnacle of modern investigative expertise. The deputy can bring evidence back to the office and investigate it further. You know, we're going to be... that sounds interesting to me. We're going to be the deputy, I think. Sweet. I think that's the only thing I needed to do. So what's interesting is if you're playing with people, you'd be able to then have multiple... you'd have all the bases covered. And I'm sure each character's personal knowledge would help to, like, further or advance the mystery in a different way. We won't skip. Tutorial. She has no eyes. But I think her eyes are closed. Isn't this the most handsome portrait ever commissioned? All credit to the model, of course. To celebrate, I demand the finest champagne available to humanity. Mr. Mayor, but you just asked me to remind you not to drink on the job. Not to mention, you got an appointment coming up. How's the sound? Is it quiet? I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. Seems quiet to me. Ooh. The mayor has called you to his office for a matter of great importance. What could it be? Oh, wrong keyboard. Wrong keyboard. Do I move? Okay, we move with A and D. What is this? Ah, okay, so I assume this is how you move around. This is your little journal thing. The mayor's called you to the office. Yeah. And dialogue history. Nice. You barely hear them. Okay, I'm bumping it up a bit. I'm gonna... Let's see how that works. A cutting-edge guide to the forensics kit in the sheriff's office. Oh, forensics kit handbook. I see. Okay. Let's go to town hall. I guess I probably could have looked around here, but... So you are the new deputy. I can hear the clicking as you select things now. Perfect. So you are the new deputy from London. I've been working on my English accent to help you feel at home. How do you do? God save the Queen. Was that good? And it said found character mayor. Now listen up. We're going to go over a few things to make sure your work is up to snuff. It takes more than just talking to people to get the job done. I want you to inspect the portrait in this room for me. Oh, I guess I could have also pinned. Oh. It's the mayor. He seems to be holding a gem in his right hand. The mayor sure has weird tastes in decoration. I think the artist may have been mocking him. Okay, so it looks like we have Q and E. Let's see what this is. Perhaps the most... oh, okay. So this is now like a thing. Perhaps the most tasteless thing ever committed to canvas shows the mayor holding a massive gem in his right hand. Okay. Now that you have had a look at the portrait, let's see how good your memory is. If you forgot, simply have a look in your inventory and find the item. Now, quite simply, what was I holding in my left hand? A gem. No, that's not right. Oh, what? Really? I said left hand. Ah. Wait. I don't know. As far as I know. Nothing? Good job. Looks like there's hope for you yet. Okay. Sometimes you can get more information from items by showing items or characters to other people. Why not give it a try? Present to me the portrait. To present something, you need to be in a dialogue with someone first. And then we hit present. Ah, such a beautiful painting. I paid a pretty penny to have it made. Drink it in. I can tell you're jealous. The artist told me that it will only increase in value as my legacy grows. Well, you definitely are a fast learner, but there's still a bit more you should know before I have full confidence in you. I want you to go talk to the bartender at the saloon. I ordered something special and need you to go pick it up. If you forget what you're doing, just remember your little taskbar at the top left. It's there to help you. And remember, we don't have all day. If you've run out of time, you're done for, so be sure to keep an eye on the timer. Now, the bartender will take over until you get back, so get going already. The time's ticking. Okay, oh, map. Saloon. Done. Oh, I also want to see options, settings, audio. Let's bump music up. And actually, let's do that. It seemed all too quiet. Hello. Howdy. I have a policy in this bar of stating the obvious and pointing out that I'm the bartender, here for your bartending needs. Don't take it as an insult. It's more of a reflection of the state of my clientele and their deductive faculties. So what can I do for you? Okay, so... Mayor. Maybe I present him a character. The good mayor? Yes. I was informed that our fearless leader would send someone here. Yeah, there is music. I was like, I feel like there's supposed to be something. I feel like there's supposed to be something. You'll be wanting to present that to him direct. Oh, I have the mayor's package for him right here. You'll be wanting to present that to him directly. Oh, and word of advice, the people of Brimstone won't always be as cooperative or civilized as yours truly. Sometimes you gotta know the right people or be the right people. That's fair. Can I show you the portrait? The portrait? I hear the deed has been done. The final infernal brushstroke has defiled a once blessedly blank canvas. Doesn't seem to like that very much. Alright, back to town. Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. Hello. Oh, you're back. I can smell that you got my package presented to me. All right. Ah, finally. Thanks a lot. That wraps up everything for today. You're free to go about your business. Don't forget to fill in the case report after each day. Case report? You don't know about your case report? It's the red book with the pen next to it. At the end of most days, you'll have to fill out a question. Don't rush. You can do so even after your timer stops. And you can always come back to it before you submit the final version. If you have teammates, make sure everyone agrees on the answer. You can call it a day whenever you want. Just click the fast forward button next to your timer. Any other tips? You need me to teach you how to do your job? Goodness. Fine. Try to get into the habit of keeping notes. It's easy. See the pin it button on this dialog box? Pin this line, open your casebook, and you can see it under the pin section. Wait. Oh, under dialogue history. I'm done. Pinned. Haha. I see. That's pretty neat. If you work as a team, in a team, the pinned lines are shared, and every time you pin a dialogue line, your teammates will be notified. You can call it a day whenever you want. That's neat. Bruce, welcome in. Hello. Alright. The W wants to end, wait, hold on. It says I can do it after or before I end of the day, but let's go ahead and look at this. So in the day running errands, who gave you the package for the mayor? The bartender. So we do that. We end the day. Submit report. Okay, so you can't submit the report until after you've ended the day. This seems loud. You learned all there is to know about solving mystery cases, partner. Can't say I imagine there'll be much call for it in this remote little town, but who knows? Maybe one day your skill will come in handy. Oh, maybe it will. Check. So I assume if there's like a murder or something, you would... it would tell you if you got it correct or not, if there's a murder. I really don't know. I actually don't know what kind of mysteries are in the game, so that was the tutorial. So now we're gonna do the mystery that I have, which is the break-in. There's also the cult, the ghost, the giraffe, the cocktail, the curse, and then there's the credits, but that's not it's just the credits. The break-in, I believe, yeah, it's gonna take an hour to do. Dawn breaks to find the Brimstone Bank broken open. What comes spilling out could bury this town. It's time to roll up your sleeves and get sleuthing before everything unravels. There you go. We're gonna stick with the deputy. Yeah. So, timer per day. So it's a every 20 minutes is the is how that works. Interesting. Oh, sure then. Would you like to switch the yeah, fine. If that's what they suggest, then yes. All right. Our first real one. And in the screenshots for the game, I believe it shows when you're playing with friends, there's like, you see everyone's like cursors and stuff moving around. Banker. This is outrageous. Someone broke into the bank last night. My bank. The very fabric of society is under threat. The lawless hordes are about to descend upon us. We need answers yesterday. I can think of a few people with the audacity to try a job like this. Get over here. Whom moi? Weep. The banker reported a break-in last night. He's anxiously waiting you at the scene of the crime. I've got my forensics kit handbook. By the way, while we're here, oh, you can also use your mouse to move around if you wished. Just wanted to see. Last time we didn't actually look around and see if there was anything here. Ooh, what's this? My forensics kit from London. I can present any item to it. Oh, interesting. What if I present you to it? I cannot find any extra information from this. Okay. That's cool. All right. To the map, to the bank. Oh, hello. What is das? There are many footprints on the floor. Okay. Let's not pin that. There are many folders on the shelf. They are carefully labeled. Hey, I called you here to find out who broke into the place last night, not to mess with my files. Alright, well... Don't gotta be rude about it. Thanks for coming on down, y'all. Yeah, all of us. Someone broke into the bank last night, but we all know who this someone is, don't we? How do you mean? Well, I said this 3 months ago. That outlaw in your little band cannot be trusted. The sheriff insisted she was innocent and gave her the pardon. Now this has happened. So I guess the outlaw character that you can play is who he is accusing. What happened exactly? So the bank was robbed. That's right. A thief broke in during the night. They took loose change from the drawers. Luckily, they left the safe intact. That's suspicious. Where were you last night? I was out on confidential business. I usually sleep on the premises. The bank is my castle, and I guard it like a dragon. Typical. One night I'm away, and this happens. I mean, how did the culprit even know I was out? I left the oil lamp on when I left to discourage burglars. I thought that always worked. I wonder if the dialogue's the same. I'm sure it has to be different, especially if you're playing solo. I would imagine he would have to accuse the outlaw or something. Surely. Let's see. I thought that's how it worked. What exactly happened? So the bank was robbed. That's right. A thief broke in during the night. Oh, that's what he said. Luckily, the safe is left intact. Okay. So, let's ask him about the missing cash. You mean the thief took away some spare cash? That's right. A thief broke in during the night. They took loose change from the drawers. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Can I... Okay, we just have him so far. Let me now see. Can I look at this? Any more? No. Okay. Let's look around. See if there's anything else. Can I ask? I wonder if I can ask him about the footprints. Or I wonder, is this any different? They start and end at the front door. The lock on the main door was pried open by force. Whoever broke in must have known the banker was out. If it was the outlaw, I'm pretty sure she would have done it more elegantly. So who is the true culprit? It's probably that guy, sneaking about. I would imagine. That's my first guess. So who is the true culprit? Hold on. I want to put here... They start and end at the front door. The lock on the main door was pried open. Okay, just in case I need to remember that. Very sneaky skeleton. Bought a pumpkin. Excellent, excellent. Oh, okay, wait. The footprints on the floor, they could have only been left by the culprit who broke into the bank. You see, I always make sure to sweep the floor before closing. What with all these muddy boots walking around here? Okay. So... Oh, interesting. And this is where, like, it would show if people are pinning things. And he won't let me look at those. I guess it makes... Whoops. I guess it makes sense. Anything else I can do... Okay, so let me do something now. If I go back to the sheriff... Wait. Is that where we work? Yeah. Can I look at the footprints here? Let's take a closer look at these footprints. The mud that was dragged in has solidified, leaving messy impressions. While it's hard to tell... Among other scratch marks, there are 2 distinct sizes and patterns of footprints. I'm fairly certain they come from 2 different people. And also, can I... Okay, can't find any extra information on the banker. Curious if there's any... I mean, we don't have the cash to, like... I've heard of banks marking their bills, so if there's a theft... They can find the culprit when they spend them. Nothing like that in Brimstone, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I didn't even get the... the political reference initially. So we're trying to figure out who broke into the bank. I see. So let's go to the saloon. I figure someone might spend their coin here, you know? So we can talk to those peeps. Can't go upstairs. Let's talk to the bartender first. Howdy, we were just having ourselves an impromptu conference on the subject of that bank robbery. I feel a certain pride to be once again living in a town where the bank is fancy enough to be worthy of criminal attention. It's tragedy, of course. I would be worried were I not conversing with one of the finest investigative minds in the world. So you can order a drink. I wonder if that... Well, I'll just ask, anything unusual? Anything unusual? Yes, the coyotes were cavorting about that night. Not unusual, but they must have given the poor butcher's brother a fright. They came rushing in here late in the night, all breathless and sweating like a bolted horse. I sat him at his regular table and gave him a drink to settle his nerves. This was a few minutes after I heard gunshots outside. Poor guy, gunshots ain't usual in this town, but he was in an explosion a while back. The sound probably put him back there. Where were you? Well, yeah, where were you? It sounds like he was working. During the unfortunate business with the bank and the robbing of said bank, I was here at the bar. The drunker patrons might not be able to corroborate the story, memories obliterated as they are, but who do you think got him that way? Fair. Let's talk to Mr. Brown. Something very nostalgic about the bank robbery. Really takes me back seeing investigators running around. I'm glad I retired from that sort of thing a long time ago. And Kevin. I hear the sheriff's been working with some sort of outlaw anyway. They'd probably recruit someone like you as well, Mr. Brown. Jezebel? I actually believe she's innocent. We didn't work with wild cards like her back in the day if we could help it. Hey, are you alright? Anything Uncle Brown can help you with? Anything unusual? What exactly passes for unusual in Brimstone? We got an intellectual type looking into some goings-on at the mine, geologist. Unusual by local standards, the people of Brimstone have a tendency to just throw themselves into things with no expertise whatsoever. Take Kevin here, for instance. His big signature playing poker is to not look at his cards at all and just bet. Where were you? Where were you the night when the bank was broken into? Me? My days of excitement are behind me. I don't leave this chair if I can help it. I was playing poker with Kevin all night, and I've got plenty of Kevin's money to prove it. Lol, 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 lol. I want to show the bartender... Oh, are these? Oh, no. There are more character slots available. I was like, wait a minute. Have we talked to the person? Footprints. Footprints on the floor? Not surprised. Ripen your feet in Brimstone's, a real faux pas means you're soft. Could they have come from one of the bank's customers? Maybe. Missing cash. So the thief only took some loose cash from the bank. Not very professional. When I was a banker, I was told only the safe and the documents really mattered. That's kind of interesting. And if something else was taken, the thief left some footprints in the bank. That's very careless. You can learn a surprising amount from evidence like that. Yeah, like how many thieves were there? It could have been a whole gang. Well, I doubt it was a gang, but you do have a point, Kevin. Mr. Brown, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Oh, real friendship's happening. And before we go, I want to ask about the banker. I trust the bartender. I don't know if I have any reason to, besides that he was in the tutorial, but that's where we're at. Banker will be mighty nervous about the break-in. Not just on account of the theft, but because he'll have to answer to the bank's owners. From what I hear, they're pretty scary. They won't be happy if this crime remains unsolved. So it would... Oh, what's this? You cannot see the front door of the bank from this window, but you do see a small side window. Ah, yes, now that you mention it, I remember looking out the window last night, just after hearing gunshots. I couldn't see much on the street from here, but I did see someone open the bank window, look outside, then hurry away. Didn't catch their face, though, just their silhouette in the lamplight. I thought it must have been the banker. But do you think it could have been the thief? So if we figure out maybe who was shooting, we'll know that it was not either of those people. I do want to see... Can I look at your files? Please? Please? Let's ask him about the bartender. The bartender. He's a charming man, very independently minded, makes his own financial decisions. I wonder how his business is doing lately. Bartender's brother. Bill has fallen on tough times. He was injured in a mining accident. His mind's still sharp as a pickaxe, though. The butcher's ne'er-do-well brother. He's such a know-it-all. He seems to be holding quite a grudge against the foreman of the mine. He blames the foreman for the accident that cost him his leg, even though he was the one in charge of the explosives. But who's to know? We weren't there to see it. Okay. I understand there's a man in the Brimstone Saloon who doesn't believe in our economic system. Believe me when I tell you that blind trust in the infallibility of the banking system is the only thing holding back the tide of disaster. What about Kevin? What do you know about Kevin? I was considering a career in exclusively trading stocks and shares, but every time I meet someone living that life, they remind me of Kevin in the saloon, and I think better of it. Okay, now actually, hold on. Where's the saloon? I want to ask the bartender about the foreman now. This whole business seems interesting. Wait. Oh, right. Okay. They said that before. The foreman of the mine, he lives outside of town like a troll or something. Man comes from a very competitive family. He got drunk once and told me all the details. His father's some kind of big shot, and his siblings are all extremely successful too. But the foreman ain't exactly living up to their standards by comparison. He acts like it doesn't faze him, but he said he's got some plan to strike it rich and prove them all wrong. Interesting. Did we ask about the butcher? The butcher's brother. I found this rather interesting metal implement by Bill's usual table this morning. For a moment there, I thought he'd left his leg behind. But when I picked it up, I didn't recognize it. A crowbar. Okay. The stage driver's missing crowbar. Also, oh, we have infinite time. Right, okay. Hold on. Now I'm gonna go look into this crowbar business. We're gonna take this step at a time. Crowbar. Can I find any extra information? Great. Okay. Let's go to the square. Since we know there was like some shooting. Oh, hello, criminal. You look very suspicious. What's this? Peach County Railroad Investment. Evidence poster. 20% annual return guaranteed. Who's going to believe this? I say to myself. Zeed. Howdy. Have you come to arrest me? Is that spotty mouse still living in the jail cell? I call him Hoppy. Someone broke into the bank. Was that you? The bank was robbed? No, it's not me. I'll never set foot in the bank if the banker's in. Well, he wasn't. Where were you? I was sleeping rough in the street behind the bounty board, you know. The banker always lights his lamp and shuts it off at the same time every night. Not that night, though. Looked like he was in and awake. Okay. That corroborates the story that he left the light on. Did you notice anything unusual the night of the break-in? It wasn't me, but yes, I will tell you what I saw. I was sleeping here on the street, and I was having a sweet dream when suddenly the cat woke me up, and she was snarling and growling something fierce. Then I saw 2 coyotes, beautiful but scary, so I didn't dare to make a sound. The coyotes started chasing the cat. They went round and round. Suddenly, I heard 2 gunshots. Someone must have scared the coyotes away. Okay, so that is... the gunshots we heard, but we still need to know who shot at them. But, let's ask about the butcher's brother. The butcher's brother, I like him. He's having a hard time just like me. I told him all about how we're the same, and he nodded along. He didn't sneer at me or nothing. I think you should be nice to him. Aw. Anything about this crowbar? Doesn't seem so. How about poster? 20% annual return? That sounds like a great deal. I'll pull my money together soon. I'll be rich. Oh no. Footprints. How did the thief know the banker was away? The banker always lights his lamp and shuts it off at the same time every night. Not that night, though. Looked like he was in and awake. So again, somebody knew that the banker... Aw. Little cat. Can I ask you about, the butcher's brother? How about I ask you about... money? No? Okay. Well, the cat is certainly dodging our questions. How about I ask you about coyotes? No? Okay, that's fair. You know, I tried. So, okay. Oh, okay, we can talk to them. I didn't know if... I didn't see a little thing for them. Howdy. I heard the bank was robbed. Have you tracked down the culprit yet? Best of luck to you. Where were you? So what's this game about? So this is a co-op murder mystery game. Or mystery game. Normally you can play with up to 4 people. I'm just playing solo currently. But it's like multiple mini mysteries. The devs only gave me access to the first one. I don't think there hasn't been a murder yet, but this one at least is a theft. Some larceny, if you will. I understand you have to suspect everyone. We all have our jobs to do. I slept over at a room and bored in the city last night. Didn't come back until this morning. Thank you for returning my crowbar. Without it, I don't know what I would do if I needed to replace a wheel on the way. I wish I could tell you who stole it. You've helped me out, and that's the sort of information you must be dying to know. Can you tell me about it? My own fault, I suppose. I always park my coach in a shed overnight, just off the main street. The shed is easy to get into. I wish I could tell you who stole it. You've helped me out. Let's ask them about the guy who had it on him. Bill was asking me if I could get him a job for a while. He seemed convinced I could set him up just like that. Truth is, there's barely a job for me. I was raised as a trapper, and I fell into this trade when that dried up. I hear the mine's in decline, railroads competing with my own business. We'll all be like Bill soon. Tell me about the foreman. The foreman at the mine? The miners don't like him much. He's hard on the others and on himself, too. His family owns the largest ranch in the region and a few other businesses besides. But he owns nothing, not even the mine he runs. Can't be easy for him. So there's a lot of people who, like, are in financial trouble, but they didn't steal a lot of money, which is the thing that is interesting. We still need to figure out what's going on there. Coyotes are a constant companion on the road. My folks used to tell stories about them, kind of stories that you keep from fearing them. Okay. Can't talk to those. Let's go to the butcher. Smash welcome in. Look, it's like he's there. Very spooky. It's like he's standing right there. Oh, that guy is standing right there, though. He is spooky. Oh, wow. Come in, grab a bite. Best and only grub in town. Help little old Betsy stay indispensable to the hungry folks of Brimstone. I'm actually here about the bank. The bank? What happened? There was a break-in. Ah, well, you know me, partner. Very cooperative, but not so well informed. I'll help if I can. Where were you? Where were you when the break-in happened? Where else can I go? Since my father passed away, I've spent every waking minute, you know, butchering. My brother and me, we're, well, not on good terms. He became irritable after that accident at the mine. He hasn't been able to work since then, and I don't get a second to myself. Too much dependent on me. Oh gosh, here I am, unburdening myself on you. Thank you for listening, friend. Notice anything unusual lately? Nope, I've been retiring as soon as it's too dark to work. Saves on candles and oil. Then I slept and dreamed an unusual dream. I dreamed the bartender's wife packed up and left with the stagecoach. Gosh, it has been a good while since she left. Let's ask about her brother a bit more. Let's see if she has anything else to say. Poor Bill. The accident at the mine last year really knocked him on his butt in a lot of ways. He can work, not with his leg and... Wait. He can work, not with his leg and lungs, so he comes up with these harebrained schemes to make money. He's also putting a lot of time into, I don't know, just resenting as hard as he can. I see him shaking with it sometimes. He says he's onto something. He's convinced the foreman encouraged that accident at the mine because he was looking for something. These investigations of his are making him harder and harder to get on with. That's interesting. What is this door? Where does this door lead to? Hey, that's just where Bill and I live, me and my brother. We have nowhere to stay since the fire at our old family house. So I just built 2 bedrooms at the back of the shop. I'm handy like that. That is very handy. Hey, Bill. How's it going? You want to talk to me? Whatever for. Are you here to get my testimony? Are you finally going after the foreman for getting my leg blown off? Where were you when it happened? Me? Well, I was out of the saloon all night. Notice anything unusual the night of the break-in? Unusual? Well, yes. I mean, my sister hasn't seen anyone for years. I guess that's unusual. What do you mean? Was there someone with your sister that night? I suppose I should keep it quiet. Also... Oh, we can ask him about the crowbar. Someone stole the stage driver's crowbar? I guess anyone could have gotten into that shed, right? It's not exactly locked tight, you know. Yeah, but... well, we actually don't know if he had it. But it was at his table. There's a conspiracy behind everything I'm telling you. You just have to look hard enough. What do you think about the foreman? The foreman won't let anyone into that new section of the mine. He's digging. Ever wonder why? I was the one who blasted it open for him. I warned him it was too dangerous, too unstable. But he wouldn't listen. He claims there was nothing to be found down there, but now he's looking to buy the entire mine. He doesn't want us to know what's down there, which is exactly why I'm going to find out. Coyotes. The coyotes? Ah, yes, I heard them on the night of the break-in. But I was sitting at the saloon at the time, so I didn't see them. That's not true, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, he's dead. He's gonna die. Yeah, he's definitely... Hold on. Like, can I ask him about that? I want to ask him about... Also, I don't think I can pin that now. Or for... There's a pin icon. I don't see... if I can pin this. Yeah, I don't know. That seems... Maybe I need to ask him more questions. Footprints at the bank? I've heard stories of men who can tell everything about a crime from a footprint. It's all fiction to make the sheriff seem competent. Missing cash. The thief stole cash from the bank? Huh, how did that happen? Foreman. Let's ask about the stage. I could do his job if I had been born up north and raised as a traveler like he was. Everyone else gets all the luck. I guess we'll ask about the sister as well. My brilliant, diligent big sister. She enjoys being praised for protecting and taking care of her loser brother. What's there left for me to say? She gives me a lot, but she can't give me dignity. I left a leg behind in that mine. It's the Wild West, and in the wild, a wounded animal is left to die. Okay. I can't go to the mine yet. Let's go to the blacksmith. From this window, one can see the back door of the butcher's house. You can only see the you can only see the butcher shop from here. She's had a regular visitor recently. I wouldn't pay it any heed, but it's one of her brother's favorite subjects when he's around here, ranting away as he does. Well, hold on. Let's close that. Oi, just a minute. There, alright, what is it? There was a break-in at the bank. Right, I saw the lock on of the bank was pried open late that night. Did you find anything missing? What did you see? Nothing in this town minds its own business anymore. Coyotes included. They were going after the cat again. It was 2-on-1, not fair. So I took my rifle, went out to the street, and scared away the coyotes. Just a couple of warning shots. On the way back, I saw the light was on in the bank, but the door was lying open. I noticed the lock had been pried open. I don't involve myself in other people's business, especially the banker's business. I didn't pay it no mind. Did they find anything missing? They did. Let's ask about the coyotes. Same Smash, I do too. This one's actually a co-op game. You can actually play with people, which is pretty fun. I am only playing solo though. But I'm currently playing as the deputy. Each person chooses their own character. There's like an outlaw, and there's there's the outlaw, the sheriff, and a cowboy, and then I'm the deputy. And they each have their own like benefits when talking to different people, and like I think the things that they notice and that kind of stuff. So it's pretty interesting. If anything bad happens to that cat, I want to hear about it. Nothing in this town minds its own business anymore. Coyotes included. Right. Okay, so let's ask him about missing cash. You found cash missing from the bank? If you catch whoever did it, how much trouble would they be in exactly? It's a weird question to ask. Footprints at the bank? How careless the thief was, but they can't tell you who did it, can they? I mean, so he was seen, well, no one, we know that somebody shot at the coyotes. This is the only guy who claims to have done it. Crowbar. Oh, is that how the door of the bank was pried open? Not a tool of my trade. I reckon the stage driver's a man to talk to. He said he lost it. Back again, I see. Oh, let's ask with the butcher. She has to support her brother since that accident at the mine, so she's living hand to mouth, but never complains. I wish I could be of some help to her, but I'm not exactly doing better here. I've got my own problems to worry about. You see, everyone has money problems in this town. Maybe that's why she's been seeing her gentleman friend. I wonder if she... I wonder if it's her and the banker. Right, you don't exit the door that way. You don't move around like that. Let's go back to the bank. He's the only one who seems to be, like, doing well for himself. Characters. Yeah, the butcher. The butcher, what do you know about her? She doesn't have a bank account here. She's taken quite an interest in me. It's all very flattering. Happens to me everywhere I go. Okay. Hold on. Wrong place. Butcher. Banker. Albert always seems very put together, doesn't he? I've not met many guys like him. People here seem to find him unapproachable. Maybe if they get to know him more, they'd find out he's much nicer than he looks. He has a nice smile, doesn't he? He should smile more often, I think. Oh, why am I going on and on about him? Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay. So they were together at the time of the crime. So likely not them, unless some weird double twist or something. But what do you have to say about the banker? The way he calculates interest rates is inefficient. He might be deliberately wasting his customers' time. On an even playing field, I'd be a better banker, but I didn't start out rich like him. Betsy keeps saying he has a lot going on and that she's working on him. Well, everyone has a lot going on, and Betsy's working too hard. I am curious. Wait, why is that icon there? Oh, that's because I'm there. That's right. It's like, what does that mean? Is there a shack here? They kept talking about the shack, but I see no shack. So I'm like, where the shack? I just want to see if there's any clues or something. Do you have anything else to tell me? I asked him about the crowbar, and he just said that he lost it, right? Always park my coach in the shed. A shed, not shack. Just off the main street. Huh. Let's talk to... Hold on. Let's go to the sheriff's office. So as the deputy, I get to use this, which is where I get to use my forensic kit, and I get to, like, ask it about evidence and see if maybe there's something else I haven't picked up on. Cannot find any extra information with this. Again, with the crowbar, is there anything new? Okay. Let's look at some stuff about the characters. Start on this side. Blacksmith. Cannot find any extra information. All right. How about the butcher? No. Stage driver? No. Coyotes? No. My casebook is not helping out. Zeed? Was it Zeed? I am actually interested in the fact that I can't go into the mine. I wonder if that's like part of the story, like if in different Oh, you may get access to different locations depending on the day. Oh, I see. So there are 3 days in this case. Now, is there anyone? Let's go back to Saloon. I don't know. I don't know what time the mine's open. They were playing cards here. Oh, okay. He has nothing to say about that. All right. So he didn't see that. Okay, you got nothing to help me. All right, so let me see. So, okay, wait, hold on. This is if I want a hint. I am a little curious, though. So at the end of day 1, I'm supposed to know who broke into the bank. Right? Oh, maybe I can change it, right? Did they say I can... I think I can change it on the net, like... before the end, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that seems like a big thing. So I think if we just do next day, we're gonna see what happens. Seems there was more to the break-in than first appeared. The banker reports something else is missing. Ah, okay. I feel like we did a good job talking to everyone during that time. Okay, so we don't have to. I thought it did. Bank. Let's go back. So something with the case files that I was trying to look at, you know? You're finally here. Apparently this is more than a simple smash and grab. Something else is taken. This morning, when I cast my eyes on some of my document shelf, I noticed someone had messed with my carefully arranged file system. So I called you and I made sure I didn't touch any of the folders before you could examine them. There should be 26, but one is missing. Unbelievable. Had you let me look at these yesterday, there should be 26, and they're always arranged in alphabetical order. But someone messed them up. I've left them as I found them in case you need to take notes. All right, which shelf should I inspect? Top left. Is this kind of like Clue? By the end, you have to know who, why, and how? Maybe. There will be, at the end of the, there is at least 3 questions. So it looks like who and what else was taken. A accounts, B... Ah, okay. So we have A, B, H. We have F, M. Right. Top right. All right, so now we have C, I, J, K, N, W. Oops. Okay. All right. D, O, P, Q, S, T, V. I thought you said this was in alphabetical order. This does not seem to be like... all right. And then bottom right, we have... Wait, found character, the Zucchini family. Interesting. Okay, we have E. We have R. U. X, Y, Z, and then G is up top. Let's see. So, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L. L. Just got a pop-up ad for Spider-Man 2. I did. L. L for loan documents. These are, wait, what? They're gone? Those documents detail confidential information about all the loans in Brimstone, amounts, overdrafts, and what the loans were for. It's a good thing I remember each one. Wow. There are 4 people currently waiting on or repaying loans: the priest, the blacksmith, the bartender, and the foreman. I can try to recall some of the particular details if you wish me to ask more about them. I should have saved that, by the way. Also, who's the Zucchini family? The Zucchini family are notorious for treating their enemies like vegetables in a kitchen. The Zucchinis, they are respectable people, but firm. They own Brimstone Bank, so technically any loan from me is a loan from the Zucchinis, and they do not take kindly to overdue debts. Oh. Well, well, well. Well, well. Well. The bartender took out a loan last year. He said he was going to build an ice vault for the saloon. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to keep up with his regular payments, which I don't quite understand. The saloon is surely one of the most successful businesses here in Brimstone. He said the bartender, the priest, the foreman, the blacksmith. So the priest, the blacksmith, bartender, foreman. Okay. Blacksmith. The blacksmith, everyone knows he inherited a very large sum of debt from his gambling father. He works very hard and he's paying the interest at least. I have a lot of respect for people who work hard to repay their loans, but with the little horseshoe business he's running, it will take him a lifetime to repay his father's loans. Yes, a lot of respect, but respect does not erase a debt to the Zucchini family. We have not met, we have not met the priest yet. The foreman came to me and requested a loan to buy the mine recently. He manages the mine, although he doesn't technically own it. He discovered some kind of gemstone beneath the town. I believe a geologist has been hired to confirm the exact contents of the reserve. The foreman said now is the perfect time to bid for ownership before anyone else knows about the gemstones. All of this is detailed in the loan documents. The foreman won't be happy about this. So, interesting. Hold on. What was taken from the bank? Missing documents. Confirmed. What can I ask him anything else specifically about it? Someone stole the loan documents. This is a problem. Those documents detail confidential information about all the loans in Brimstone. Amounts, overdrafts, and what the loans were for. It's a good thing I remember each one. Right, okay. I'm going to pin this now, just in case. Right. Oh, okay, so that's what he had said before. Let's go talk to each of those people. Let's start with the saloon. Hey, bud. Howdy there. Are you interested investigating? Or wait, are you investigating hard or hardly investigating? Tell me about the loan. They were stolen from the bank too? How strange. Though I suppose that's a good thing for those of us with loans still to pay. I mean, don't take it the wrong way. I had nothing to do with this. Excuse me. I made a bad investment recently. My finances are not the rambunctious beasts they once were. The banker gave me an extension on my loan, so we're keeping the ship steady. Sounds like he's in more trouble than me. All right. Zucchini family. I've heard of the Zucchini family. A few bounty hunters have made inquiries about them. So I know they must be scary people of some sort, but I don't know much more than that, I'm afraid. The scariest person we have in Brimstone is Mr. Brown. Perhaps he knows more about them? Oh, hello. Oh, right. I guess they would be in different places. That makes sense. Something very nostalgic about the bank robbery. The loan documents were stolen from the bank? Heh, looks like someone was getting a little too far behind their payments. That or the thief wanted some information. What do you mean? The missing contracts mean people don't have to repay their debts, right? It might mean that, but banks have a way of making sure those loans stick around. It also means whoever took them knows the reason for every loan. That's got to be worth something too. I feel like that's what we're getting into. Also, I feel like the game has sort of been like, oh, this foreman guy, he's probably pretty bad. People don't like him. And I feel like that means he's innocent. They're really chalking him up to be a bad guy. You want to talk to me? Whatever for. The thief stole loan documents. That's too bad. But I guess the poor foreman won't be too happy about that. What a shame. Wait, do I have... Where's my... And at the end, he's... I mean, I feel like that's like... That's what they're setting up for. Is they're trying to make him to be... Like, everyone seems to talk bad about this guy. But that's how they do it. You know? Back again, I see. What? The loan documents were stolen. Huh, but why? That's it. That's it? How about you tell me about the Zucchini family? The Zucchini family? What do you know about the Zucchinis? Did they send you here? No. Ah, well, good. Forget I said anything. The less you know about them, the better. The Zucchini family? Please tell me more information. What if I say yes? You mean, wait, you better not be lying. Tell me who sent you. Raymond? I haven't gotten any of their names. I wonder if I like... I'm gonna say Martina. I don't know him by that name. You're just trying to mess with me, aren't you? This conversation is over. Can I try again? Oh no, I messed up. Okay, well, I think we maybe missed out on some information there. Dang it, I really should have. Oh, we can go to the mine now. Let's go to the church first. Dang, I really should have pressed. Oh, hello. This guy like looks like a villain. You know who orchestrated the greatest heist in history? That's right, the big guy himself, when he saved our souls from the darkness. Where were you when the break-in happened? I wish I could have been there to return the perpetrator towards the light, but alas, I have childcare duties. I was at home with my daughter. Is it gonna be like a he was stealing information to sell or something? It's for his daughter. Anyway, I wish I could tell you that an empty church was unusual, but it's becoming more common in Brimstone. You can tell people this place is an oasis of calm and temperance in the desert of excess that is this town. What do you know about... Let's ask him about characters. The banker. That man is beset by troubles on all sides, but he won't ask for the help he really needs. I see the desperation of the confessor in him. He needs friends, and I can think of one who's always available. Priest's daughter. Adopted daughter. Ah, my little foundling, my little lost lamb. She changes everyone for the better, you know? We're all very happy to have her amongst us. Some might think it's strange for me to adopt a child, but look around at this town. She's safest here. Is she here? Can I talk to her? Did she see something? What does he know about the Zucchini family? Where did you hear that foul name? You know them? Yeah, or at least I know of one. Raymond! I should have gone with Raymond! That was my first guess. Likes to taunt and threaten me in his letters. He promises ruin upon me and my daughter if I fall behind in my loan repayments. He has no sympathy, no compassion. I've never met the man in person, but I do not wish to, lest he follow through on his promises. An honest and hardworking fellow, the blacksmith. It is a shame about his father and the burden he left his son. It makes me consider the debts I might leave my own child one day. I should do better for her. That's very kind of you. I sometimes wonder what God means to tell me making a butcher such a spiritual center of our town. Betsy is well liked, but not well understood. I just wish that she would work alongside me. We could change this town. She's been the breadwinner of her family ever since her father's death. Bless her. What do you know about the stage driver? Anything? The stage driver has something of a prodigal son about him, doesn't he? He has a family up north he doesn't talk to. I told him he could find a family of sorts in our church, and now he doesn't talk to me either. What do you know about coyotes? Did you hear the coyotes chasing the cat the other night? I heard howling and the shooting in the night. I feared the worst. Who are we to decide what is to live or to die? Who is good or evil? Tell me about Zeed. I don't think it's Zeed, but maybe it was. Those who look for answers shall find them through God. That's all he says about Zeed. Maybe Zeed is the true criminal. That foreman from the mine, if anyone is worthy of God's mercy, it will be him. There is blood on his hands, a soul was lost under his care, and another life forever changed, yet he shows no mercy. What? What is this about? Another life forever changed is the butcher's brother, Bill. A soul was lost under his care? I want to make a project of him. I want to save him, but being around him is like going from the light to the shadow. It makes you feel cold. The poor brother and sister, their father died of illness, their mother in a fire, and then there was that unfortunate business with the mine. To lose your job, your limb, and a colleague in one fell swoop, it would take a toll on any of us. But he must not let dreams of revenge cloud his vision. There is an emptiness inside poor Bill, and I worry about what might rush to fill it. No one's mentioned that someone died in the mines. Don't ask him about his wife, it says. The bartender never comes to the church. I think his guilt keeps him away. After all, we offer a different escape from one's troubles. Alcohol makes fools and sinners of us all, and he peddles this addiction. It pains me to say it, but I don't see any repentance in him. And just, what about the banker? Going through the whole list. The man is beset by trouble. Oh yeah, we already did that. My bad. I don't think there's any items that I want to ask him about. Well, do we ask him about the missing documents? Discussions of money lending always makes me uncomfortable, but this is the world we live in. I myself have made use of their services out of necessity, I assure you. The repairs to the church add up, and then there's my daughter to care for. My repayments are slow, I admit. There's not much money to be had in my profession, but I recently paid off another installment. While none of us are without sin, rest assured I would never attempt to steal from another. I will repay my debt eventually. And just as a curiosity, can I ask him again about his daughter? Does that do anything? No. Part of me was wondering, like, for a second, like, where did the daughter come from? Like, is it possible? Is she in any way related to the person who, like, died in the mine? Was my initial thought. Because if so, that'd be like maybe some major like... Oh, actually... So this is the foreman. Let's go back to the saloon real fast. I did not click on the saloon. Saloon. I do want to talk to you. I proved to Ezekiel categorically that his Lord isn't real. He just smiled and said, Bill, you're shouting. He's always shouting. It's the only thing he does. His daughter. There is a conspiracy behind everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's his, like, standard I have no information to tell you phrase. Come to think of it, I don't know of anyone who's ever seen them other than the banker, of course. No one has seen the Zucchini family except for the banker. Well, it's just interesting, like, that there's... wait. You'll find none of yesterday's excitement in here. We've had a room booking, which is what passes for excitement for me. I guess of the Foremans will be staying with us tomorrow night. You'll have a new person to pester. What a treat. Interesting. What do you know about the priest? Father Ezekiel's big on redemption and forgiveness. I'm waiting for him to come and apologize for giving me the stink eye for years. I like that little girl of his, though. She's a sweet girl, sometimes comes here and asks for candy. She's got quite the vocabulary in her already, too. Verbose little thing. Yeah, the priest has an adopted daughter. She must be 5 or 6 years old now. I remember the priest adopted her the year after my wife went off to see the world. I've heard of the Zucchini family, a few bounty hunters. Right. Okay, I did ask him about that. That says... Anything else going on here? It's so, like, the music here is, like, a lot. Let's ask you, Zeed. Do you know anything about the Zucchini family? Was it me? I didn't do anything. I promise. Okay, he does. Yeah, okay, he has nothing. How about the priest? Ezekiel gets this look in his eye when he sees me. Makes me think I could take things from him and he'd be nice about it. He ain't like most of the other folks in town. I don't think I'd need to run away from him. The priest adopted girl, he never lets her have any fun. When I see her age, when I was her age, I was having all kinds of adventures, you know? I got adopted by a circus. They used to stick me to a big target and throw knives over my head, and people would laugh and clap. Zeed is interesting. The blacksmith? Yeah, it was him, the hero that saved the cat that night. I looked around after the gunshots and saw him with the rifle, but he didn't see me. No one ever sees me. He saw the door to the bank was open and went inside, probably looking to catch a thief. So brave. The blacksmith is a bit suspicious, and now that I'm curious if... Will they let me ask him about the Zucchini family? I know it's Raymond now. I know it's Raymond. No, I should have said Raymond. Everyone loves Raymond. All right, hold on. Anything over here? No. All right, let's talk to this foreman guy. Very interested to see how this goes. Why are you bothering me when I'm working? Some of us actually have jobs and contribute to society. Where were you on the night of the break-in at the bank? Oh, here it comes. Somebody commits an audacious bank heist. Let's accuse Tobias. He's the sort of mastermind who could pull it off. You listen here. I'm the reason there's any money in that bank to start with. This mine is where all that wealth comes from. I'm the victim here. If I lose my money, the mine closes. If the mine closes, the town collapses. You work for me, you hear? Get to the bottom of it. Wow. You're the most unusual thing that's ever walked into this town, Inspector. You looking for a lead? Will that make you leave me alone? Why don't you ask the priest about his daughter? How about you tell me about his daughter? Stop wasting my time with this nonsense. What? Tell me about the priest. Father Ezekiel, greediest man in town. Don't let him talk to you about poverty. He's standing on valuable land he could sell at any time. Oh, it's kind of interesting. Missing documents. The banker should be protecting documents like those with his life. Did he know how much sensitive information there is in those documents? He should be more careful. How much do you know so far? I wish there was a little bit more back and forth in these little things, because I'm so curious about... I don't know. Anything about a crowbar? No? Makes sense. Missing cash. Footprints. How about... Alright, tell me about some peeps, then. The banker. If I ran the bank, ain't nobody would have dared to rob it. That's a man. That man's a pumpkin lily, asking for it. It's one thing to trust a man like that with your money, but he knows a lot of private information as well. If he lets the wrong documents get out, somebody could end up very upset indeed. I've been staying out of that awful saloon. Got ambitions to realize. I'm an early bird. You ever see the early bird getting its worm? It's a brutal display. I'm an apex predator. I relate to it. What an insult, I know. This guy, I can see why people don't like him. I think you should arrest that man, the butcher's brother. He's a menace. You know, he's responsible for the death of old Harry. Barry, I mean? It was his negligence that did it. I told him to make a new shaft through the mine. He used far too much powder. No wonder there was an explosion. Absolute madness. He deserved those injuries he got. He played a stupid game and got a stupid prize. I had to let him go. He's lucky I didn't take it further. Sometimes I think I'm too kind for my own good. He was always given over to vendettas. I bet he's planning to bring me down right now. No Harry or Barry? Okay. You know anything about coyotes? Did you hear that coyotes chasing the cat the other night? I don't live amongst the small people. I'm on the outskirts. Something sounds like I'm making the right choice. Wouldn't there be more? The stagecoach driver, he's not from around here, and he never will be. Well, I mean, nobody's from around here. Brimstone's a new town, reborn from ashes. I've run into her kind before, kind of person who has to blame people like me for their problems. She can't face that her brother's an idiot who doesn't know which end of a stick of dynamite is the dangerous one. She has to pretend I'm the devil himself instead. Which end of a stick of dynamite is the dangerous one? Both ends. You ask the butcher's idiot brother. He'll tell you all about it. Zucchini family? Zucchini? I spit on the name. If I ever find out their identities, I'll bring my wrath down on them. So is the Zucchini family like a... Not a real name. Clayton Jr.'s a better man than his father. He's a bore and a coward. But unlike his daddy, he's actually starting to pay the family debt. If old Clayton Sr. didn't have money, he shouldn't have sat at the table with me. If old Clayton Sr. Like the poker table? Is that what that's in reference to? Let's go. Back to the saloon. I want to ask him about... I want to see if I can ask about Harry. Or Barry, or whatever his name is. See, I'm surprised this doesn't update, you know? Yeah, that was what you said last time. Yeah. I'm very curious. I just want to hit the hint button just to see what happens. The banker discovered the document shelf has been tampered with. What was taken from the shelf? Should I use a hint? We know it was taken from the shelf. No. Oh, right. Okay, hold on. I see. Oh, so you use that if you, like... Right, okay. I think we're going to move on to the next day. Let's just go back to the church one more time. Sometimes I send feedback. If there's something that really sticks out, especially if there's like... I've mostly sent the back if it's either a big bug or if you guys have said something about like this would be more watchable if or if this was the case, or if there was like a recap or whatever. But anything else to say about your daughter? How about... I wish I could ask about Harry. Where's the foreman? Yeah, okay, same thing. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna go, I'm gonna skip, or go to the next day, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast. So we're gonna take just a quick break, and if you need to stand up, stretch, etc., now's the time to do so, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Alright. We are going to move the day forward. Thank you, thank you. The banker just can't catch a break. Something else has happened. Go and ask him about his most recent misfortune. Okay. Interesting. Why is this glowing? Oh, right. So there's a new thing there. And this would be really interesting, even playing solo, this would be interesting to play again as some of the different characters. See what else you can notice. I'm going to die. I found this letter at the door this morning. Apparently someone slipped it under before I woke up. Keep your mouth shut or find yourself chopped into pieces tomorrow morning. You must help me. I don't want to be chopped into pieces. What a horrible way to die. I wasn't particularly intending on dying at all, you know, let alone like that. That is odd. So who threatened the butcher? Or, I'm sorry, the banker. I found this letter at the door. Apparently some... Wait. Yeah, okay, that's what it says. Being chopped up is very, like... very butchery, I would say, you know. Hold on. The butcher, what do you want to know about her? She doesn't have a bank account here. She's taking quite an interest in me. It's very flattering. Happens to me everywhere I go. What if it's like... Whoops. Hold on. So there are many footprints at the floor. What if it is the butcher? Maybe... Like, what if it's the butcher and her brother working together? I guess, wait, but that doesn't make sense because we can only select one person here, but it still could be... Who threatened? Yeah, that is the truth though, is that being chopped up is a little bit too on the nose. But my thought is, what if she is, maybe they planned it, like she met that night with the banker so that he was gone, which would mean that the brother knew that he was not there. And so then the brother broke in and maybe took the stuff. You know, that's my first thought. Let's start off at... It's plausible. It is, because they would be, oh, this is the person who's new, the stranger. Fascinating, fascinating. I didn't expect to come across such a lively bar in this part of the world. I got here last night, but oh my, the drinks were good. Care to join me? Who are you? I'm a geologist. Oh, right. So I research geology. That's the science of rocks, water, and many other wonderful features of the earth. What brought you here? Why am I here? I was invited by the foreman to inspect the underground composition of the mine. The Brimstone mine was once built to dig for sulfur, hence the name Brimstone. But clearly there is more to it, or I wouldn't be here. Though I'm not supposed to tell anyone the details. Oh, we know the details. Tell me about the foreman. You know the foreman of the mine? He hired me to do some research for him, so I went down to the mine today. Very excited about my findings, but I can't reveal them to you just yet. You did it. I'm going to ask him about coyotes. Wisest is he knows nothing, and I am extremely wise about that subject. Did you send a death threat? Nope. Okay. Bartender. Oh, wait. Oh, gosh. Dialogue history. I am just not doing a good job. What did he say? Please avail yourself of the company of our new and esteemed guest. He's a man of science and hard liquor. If my fortunes had been better, I'd be in a position to offer that geologist whiskey on the rocks. Alas, we don't serve drinks with ice here. He's happy enough with our usual backwater swill. Mighty understanding of him. So do you know anything about a death threat? I'll get back to you on that one. All right. Hey, you, Bill. Do you know anything about a death threat? A death threat? Wow, that's pretty serious. I wonder what the banker knows that we don't. That's a good question. Why would somebody want to kill the banker? Initially, I was thinking it was because, like, he's having people investigate into it. But it's a good point. Maybe he knows something. But, like, how do I get him to say something about it? Let's go to the church. Hello. Nothing about a death threat? I hope whoever wrote this letter finds peace with our Lord. That's it. Do you know anything about the stranger? A geologist. Ah, I'm delighted to hear of these new ways of studying the Lord's work. He wrote every layer of sediment and every star in the sky, as surely as he wrote the words in every book. Perhaps I'll go and talk to this geologist at length. Okay, let's go back to the blacksmith. Blacksmith, I will say, well, the blacksmith is being suspicious, but the banker received a death threat. You know, that sort of that sort of thing can have a profound effect on a man. What was it about? Do you know who sent it? I don't. You see, I wish there was like a little bit more to say. I have work to do. Sorry. Okay. Let me go here for a sec. There's no signature on it, and the handwriting looks like it was written by a child or with someone's less preferred hand. What? Less preferred hand. Mighty polite to send someone a warning first, ain't it? Is there something wrong with his arm, or is he just nervous? Okay, hold on. I want to look now at every character. His hands seem to be fine. I'm curious now if, like, is somebody injured? And that's like, I mean, this guy's injured, obviously, but his... Well, wait. Are his injuries... It's so... I would be... Is it too... It's too obvious to be them, right? Where is he in here? They mostly mentioned his leg being injured. But maybe his arm is too. I haven't talked to her today. The banker is more of a lover than a fighter. Well, he doesn't strike me as much of a fighter is what I mean. I'm worried about him. What would make somebody this mad at him? I guess he knows some kind of secret? I don't want to know. Or do you know already? A geologist, huh. Reminds me of that game my brother likes. Animal, mineral, or vegetable. I don't see much of the latter, too. And Toilet, welcome in! How are you? How was your stream? What were you playing? Pokemon Sword and Shield. How did it go? Let's see. I hope it went super well. Let's see. Meet Toilet, the Giga Chad of Variety Gaming, streaming every third day like clockwork. They've battled through survival mode on every console you can think of, and even when they're lost in the world of Pokemon Sword and Shield, they're still having a blast. The recent broadcasts are a mixed bag of zero viewer loneliness, lazy days, and spooky games that might just make you cry. So join the Xbox gang and let's get lost together. Toilet, how did it go? Oh no, Shedinja. I don't even, is that like a Greninja thing? Evolution, that's what I'm looking for. We're currently playing a game called Whispers in the West. It's gonna be a short stream. We're actually already towards the end of this dealio. We're trying to figure out who robbed a bank, but things are spicing up a little bit. I am kind of curious. But welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great day. I'm curious now that I wonder what happens. I want to see what happens if we use a hint. We don't usually use hints, but the banker received a death threat. Who threatened him? Should I use a hint? Yeah, I want to see what kind of hints they give. All right. What confidential information did the banker know that others didn't? To confirm, perhaps you need to offer someone a drink or two or three. Oh, what? I didn't even think about that. Hello? A drink. You want a drink? Here you go. Don't go. One day we'll have an, okay, so. Oh, a local drink. How can I refuse this one? He seems to loosen up a little bit. Did I tell you that time I was down a canyon out west? I saw a stone shining in the moonlight. Well, we're just doing a very quick stream, so this is more of on the low end tech side of things today. So we're not doing all the bells and whistles. Did I tell you that time I was down a canyon out west? I saw a stone shining in the moonlight. So I picked it up and gave it a good examination. I was right. It was silver. So I said to myself, Johnny, you've got a silver hand. Then I remembered that I don't own the things I find. Biggest silver mine in the country, they said, and I found it. But I'm not interested in silver anymore. I found something much better. What do you say to another round? Sure. I didn't even think about, like, that you can, so you can take it and then you present them the drink. So I could do this with a lot of people. So you want to offer me another drink? Are you sure? Yeah, why not? Did I tell you I made a trip to the Himalayas? I found one of the biggest sapphires known to the world there. 100 carats. I had quite a reputation after that. A reputation for making other men rich. I'm like a good luck charm for people looking for gems. Well, you're a great listener. Don't suppose you have another drink? I mean, I'm sure I can get one. Let's see. Another drink, thank you. That last one for me. His speech starts to slur. So you want to know what I discovered here? Come closer, I'll tell you. Just to you. A fire opal. I have confirmed there is a large reserve of fire opal down in the mines of Brimstone. So vast that you can't dig to the bottom in a lifetime. You're a local here? Lucky you. What are you sitting on? Better than a gold mine. Don't tell anyone else. So... hold on. Very curious. So somebody learns, maybe, okay, so, people's property and land is about to, like, skyrocket then, if that's the case. We already know, though, that the priest apparently has, like, owns some land, and that it's, I think, already worth something. Is what someone said. Did the foreman say it? Don't let him talk to you about poverty. He's standing on valuable land. He could sell at any time. I guess the foreman said that, but that means, I mean, the foreman knows about the fire opal. But does, like, the priest know about that is a good question. What if I presented you a drink? Nothing. Okay. Fire opal. Fire opal in the mines? I knew it. I knew it. I knew there was something he was hiding. So the foreman thinks he can buy the mine and keep it all for himself. After what he did to us? Well, I'll show him. Would sure be a shame if the mayor were to hear of this and decide he wants to keep the mine after all. Now, okay, he seemed very surprised there. I'll get back to you on that one. Okay, so he has nothing to say about that. Let's go to the sheriff's office. I know we don't have a fire opal with us, but I'm curious if there's like... Or did he give us a fire opal? I don't know. No. He did not. Let's go then. Let's go to the blacksmith. Fire opals, sort of thing that can make a man rich. Not good enough for much else, though. Speaking of, is there something I should know? Are there any nearby? How about... Okay. Can I ask you about the zucchini family? Ah, man. I really wish I had not messed that up. Okay, we were already at the saloon. That's my bad. Let's go to the square. Fire opal. Now, I like beads as much as anyone else, but you ever surprised that folks are killing each other over this kind of stuff? Would you like a drink? I actually really like root beer. I wish more people in the saloon left unattended root beer. Okay. Let's go to the bank. We're going to ask about the opal. The fire opals, that's a sensitive topic. The foreman showed me some samples when he made his loan application. He wanted to buy the mine before others knew about it. He's pretty sure there's a reserve large enough to guarantee a fortune for a lifetime. A geologist can confirm that. Have they confirmed that finding already? I guess I made the right decision to approve his loan application then. But please tell no one else about this. Oops. Oops. Literally telling everybody. Let's go to the mine. Now we're going to ask him about a couple things. First, the stranger. You ever notice how much time these book-learning, rock-licking types spend at the bottom of a bottle? Never rely on a noodle like him if you can help it. Where did you hear about that? Was it him? Was it the stupid geologist? A word of advice. If you're smart, you won't go blabbing this around town, you hear? Keep this quiet and you might find it quite lucrative in the long run. Oh, a bribe, eh? Go to the church. Man, this is actually kind of tough. We already asked about the geologist. Fire opals. There was an old folktale around these parts about fire opals and the curses they bring. They say people used to seal all their bad luck beneath the earth around here. The curse will bring out the madness among folks. I've seen it in the foreman's eyes. What happens if we use another hint? Or is there another hint? What confidential information? Yeah, we know what that is. To confirm, perhaps you need to off. Yeah, okay. So that's the hint. So who threatened and who broke in? If you guys had to guess, what would you think? Who pried open the door and who broke to the bank? Someone took... Okay, it's probably... Okay, who broke into the bank is not the butcher. She was with the banker at the time. Not the bartender. Not the banker. Butcher's brother is a maybe. Mr. Brown, Kevin, we know it's not them. The foreman, it does make sense. Zeed is suspicious, I think, to me. Stage driver, we really know nothing about. But he lost his crowbar. Well, okay, Zeed maybe is not suspicious because he can confirm the whole deal with the blacksmith. Where did he say... Where were you? Doesn't really answer. I was at home with my daughter. But we don't know where the daughter is. Right? There's no... Can she corroborate that? The... Where is... The handwriting looks like it was written by a child or with someone's less preferred hand. I mean, okay. Part of me thinks, well... What if it's the priest? Is there anything else weird about the priest? Hold on. He had heard of fire opals before. Maybe he knew? But, I mean, he owes a little bit of money, but he says that he's making payments. Soul was lost under his care, and another life changed forever. Yet he shows no remorse. What if? What if it is the priest? Dan's, how are you? Welcome in, Focus Face. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I feel like I don't have. Part of me feels like I don't have enough clues. Part of me feels like I'm just going to have to take it. What's going on? So this is actually a cooperative. I am at kind of a disadvantage, we're going to say. I'm going to say I'm at a disadvantage. This is a cooperative murder mystery game, but I am playing it solo. And so because I have no friends. So I am only really getting one side of the story. So we're going to say that's the reason why I'm probably going to get this wrong. I feel like that's what it is. So because basically the way this works, for those who are coming in, there are different characters, and I chose the deputy. I have an ability where I can go look at like evidence under like with the forensics kit, so you get like more information from that evidence. But there's like a bandit, a cowboy, and a sheriff, and they all have different like. They can get different information out of people, and so really I'm only getting part of the info. So I'm thinking we're probably going to get this wrong, but we're at the end of the deal. I have to figure out who broke into a bank. I already know for sure what they stole. And then I need to figure out who sent the banker a death threat. Here have been my initial thoughts. The banker, and I'm verbally processing this. The banker is seeing the butcher. The butcher's brother was injured at the mine. The mine has a loan at the bank. And the mine has discovered rare gems And that's why he took out a loan. He wants to buy the mine before anyone else knows about it. It could be that the butcher was on a date with the banker the night of the robbery. She's for sure the only person that knew, well, she and her brother are the only people that knew he was going to be out of the bank that night. That is the thing that, like, I think makes me consider that it's her and her brother. Kimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? The blacksmith is acting weird. He owes money to the bank. I messed up an interaction with him, and I can't get more information out of him. The priest also has a loan. He also has an adoptive daughter. We don't know much about her. He had so the rare gemstones were fire opals. He had known about fire opals before, but it was folklore, local folklore. Is this like Oregon Trail? It is not. It is a co-op mystery, murder mystery. So this is more of like a Clue type scenario. You ask people questions and you try to like, try to uncover things. And so like, we're at the tail end of this mystery and I'm not sure if I have like a full idea of, I don't know if I have a good idea. Let me talk to Mr. Brown here. Do you know anything about fire opals? Fire opals. I love all beautiful things. Sounds valuable. You be careful who you talk with. Wherever there's money involved, there's bound to be trouble. I mean, yeah. I mean, there already has been. Did I ask Zeed? Do you know anything about fire opals? I think I did, right? Oh yeah, I know nothing. Another clue that I don't know what to consider is when I examined the death threat, it said the handwriting looks like it was written by a child or with someone's less preferred hand. He is the only one who's holding his hand weird. I would also be surprised though if he knew how to write. TBH. He seems very uneducated. The only child is related to the priest. It's his adoptive daughter. I am a little suspicious because they have talked about somebody dying at the mine. Oh, but you know what? It seems so... Hold on. Does he say... Hold on. No one has mentioned, like, when he adopted her, I don't think. If it was, like, a year ago, I think that's when... She must be 5 or 6 years old now. I remember the priest adopted her the year after my wife went off to see the world. Oh, maybe this is where... Maybe this is how it's coming in. Who mentioned... Wait, I think it's coming together. Maybe it's the priest. Because timeline-wise... So you want to gossip? I heard the bartender's gone to Mr. Brown over some money issue. You know, the loan shark Brown? You can usually find him at the saloon. I know the details, but it seems like the bartender's lost a whole fistful of dollars on some foolish venture. Who told me about his wife? Was it? He was the blacksmith. Talk to me. Banker? Someone mentioned his wife leaving. But did they give a time frame? The bartender took out a loan last year. He said he was going to build an ice vault for the saloon. Unfortunately, he has been able to keep up with his regular payments, which I don't quite understand. The saloon is surely one of the most successful businesses here. Zeed, can you give me some info? No. Let's go to the mine. Maybe... Been staying out of the awful saloon. I got ambitions to realize. I'm an early bird. Right. Apex predator, etc., etc. Butcher. Blacksmith saloon. Let's go here again. So you're a loan shark? Excuse me? Oh, the bartender? He came to me a short while ago to borrow some money. Did you give him the money? There was something off about the whole thing. I didn't go for it. Why would he need extra money if the saloon business is doing well? Besides, coming in here would feel like coming to work if I had to shake Gideon down every day. All right. Goodness, hold on. There was somebody... I wish I could search. I wish I could search the, Where's the butcher? Butcher. It's been a good while since she left. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Okay. All right, here's my thoughts. Here are my thoughts now. I actually think it's the priest. I think the priest is it. Why? Bartender was at the saloon. Butcher's brother, I initially thought, what if he and the sister were working together? One, he was surprised about the fire opals. Two, I didn't really consider this. He's injured real bad. Him breaking into the bank would be a whole ordeal. He's on crutches. He would have to have the strength to pull the you know, he had to pry the door off the hinges, or the lock off the hinges, or whatever it is. Mr. Brown and Kevin, they were here. The foreman doesn't make sense. Zeed is still odd. I mean, could be a twist. The blacksmith, he shot at the coyotes while the robbery was happening. He is very suspicious, though. But here's the deal. They did say that the handwriting looks like it could be a child's. But would he involve her? That's so weird. Okay, who broke into the bank? I'm gonna just take a gamble. I'm gonna say it was the priest. Wait. Nobody can, he says he was with his daughter, but like, that's it. No one else has mentioned him the entire time. Who threatened him? Can I say it was the daughter? if she's the one who wrote it? And this is why I think maybe there's a little bit of corroboration. We learned that the daughter was adopted by him the year after the bartender's wife left. The bartender's wife left some time ago, and it seems like that said like it was a while back. The mine getting destroyed and Bill getting injured was like a year ago, and it corresponded with someone dying in the mines. What if, this hasn't been said, and this is me taking some like leaps of logic maybe, but what if the daughter, because where does she even come from? What if she is the daughter of the people who died, and the priest is like getting, you know, revenge for that maybe? I'm just gonna say that's what happened. We're gonna say sure. We're ending the day. If it's wrong, it's wrong, and we have learned our lesson. But I'm gonna do that. That's my guess. It could be very wrong. I hope it explains it to us, if not. Who broke into the bank? I said it was the priest. Normally, if you were playing with people, you would have to like all agree on a thing. So this is our suspect. I understand your logic, but basically evidence. Look, if I just wanted to pick someone I didn't like and lock them up, I could have arranged it myself. Oh gosh, so we were wrong. What else was taken from the bank? We know that's true. Right? Yes, the loan documents are missing. I still don't know why the thief would take them. And you know, we never actually did find them. That does seem like big. Seems big. Okay, and so if chance. Okay, if we're wrong in the first one, this one's probably going to be wrong. First the bank gets robbed, and then the banker himself goes missing. This town is going to the dogs, I swear. Wish somebody had gotten to the bottom of it. So wait, does that... Yes, kind of sus. So we were wrong. No! So we got one thing right. We got one thing right, you know? That's pretty good. We failed. But to be fair, what happened? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not gonna look at what happened. Because you guys can play the game yourself and figure out if you would like to learn what really happened. I might play this offline and try with a different character or whatever. I want to hopefully try to like not fail on some of those questions in interrogation. Maybe try a different character, see if there's some info there. But now you guys know how the game works. How much is it? I actually don't know. I could tell you by clicking on this link. So the way this game works is the cases are broken up into little packs. So the base game is $5, which comes with this case. But then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cases that are each about $5 to $6 each, it looks like. Also ignore that my capture card exploded. So yeah, so it's about, so you do these, I guess you get them in bundles or you buy them. Wow, really, it is just like, I'm going to turn off for some reason. So you buy the different cases individually and you can play them online with your friendos. Also, I actually don't know how this works. If you can like, I think the way this game works also, wait, hold on. I'll answer this for you, actually. Yes. So the way this works is only one person needs to buy the main case. So like, if for some reason my capture card was working and I could show you the main menu, if let's say I bought a case, all your friends would have to do is download the demo and then they could just join you with a room code. Joss, welcome in. I should have mentioned that before as well when I was describing the game. So you don't actually, so only one person needs to buy it. So technically, if you wanted to play with some friends, you could just all split the cost of the case, and then you could just play together or whatever. Which is kind of neat. That's a great way to do it. But yeah, so you buy the cases individually and then go from there. But anyway, pretty interesting. I like how this works. I can see for sure that this is definitely a game built for multiplayer, because if we were playing together with the different peeps, you would be getting different information from different people, and or each player would be getting different types of info, could ask different questions, and could then use their like special item to get things different. I was even thinking like the cowboy, his special item was his gun, and you could use that to intimidate people. I wonder if I would have been able to ask the we're gonna go over here. I don't know why my capture card is just off now. I wonder if I could have been able to re-ask questions to the blacksmith when I failed by intimidating him. It said the outlaw could ask, like, or could get better questions from, like, some of the, like, scummier people in town, but would not get as clear answers maybe from, like, people who were just, like, you know, the good people. So maybe, like, probably the preacher or whatever, the priest, we wouldn't have been able to get as good of question, or, you know, as good of answers maybe. But, anyway, you'd have all the info trying to solve it with only a fourth of the... You'd have all the info trying to solve it with a fourth of the clues and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's possible because it says at minimum you need one person. And so I'm sure it's possible. It just... There's a lot more that I'm probably missing that would fill out the whole story, I bet. But hey, we got a third of it right, so that's something. Really thought I had something with it's the priest of the kid, but hey, now you know that it's not that. So you can, like, when you guys play it, you can see that it's you'll at least know you've got that info with you. But it seems like it could be fun. So there is your teaser. I like a good whodunit, right? It's perfect for that. But all right, friends, this was going to be a short stream, and we were able to at least get the devs gave me a code for this case, so I'll probably try it again, see if I can try a different character or something, see if anything goes down. But anyway, friends, that's it for us today. This was just going to be a quick bonus stream, but thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate. Perhaps, I don't know. I'll take a look and see if any of the other cases seem interesting. But poor time. Yeah, it's. Oh no. Don't worry about it. I wasn't even planning on doing a stream today. But I was looking at it and I was like, I should just knock this out since it was only going to be an hour anyway. So yeah, no worries. We didn't even do any chatting really or anything. It was just sort of like let's just focus on the game. But we'll be back on Monday with more. I'll look into the schedule and see what we got. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your evening, day, etc. And I will see you next time.